Welcome to Gold Star Classroom, the podcast where our panelists go back to school. I'll grade them on their answers to a variety of general knowledge and trivia questions. They don't know what I'm going to ask, and I don't know what they're going to say. The student with the highest grade at the end of today's class will win the coveted classroom prize, the Golden Banana. I'm your host and professor, Dr. Jerry Jaffe. Welcome to today's episode of Gold Star Classroom. I'm your host and headmaster, Dr. Jerry Jaffe. Today's episode is being recorded at the MidWestFest Comedy Festival at the Laughing Derby in Louisville, Kentucky. I will be asking today's students questions across the breadth and width of human knowledge, and as any good teacher would, I will be grading their answers. The student with the highest grade at the end of today's class will win the coveted classroom prize, the Golden Banana.
Ooh.
Also, should anyone score a maximum score on our nerd competition, they might receive today's Nerd Award. So, let me introduce today's students. Sitting on my right is a comedian from Lexington, Kentucky, Joe Deuce.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking this.
Yes, I love enthusiasm in my students. Thank you, Joe.
Oh, thank
Thanks
you,
for coming to
Doctor.
class. Sitting on my left is a comedian from Los Angeles, Samantha Hale.
Hello, so you're a doctor?
I am a doctor. That is correct. That's why I'm the one teaching the class, and it's my pleasure to teach these students today. Sitting directly across from me from Los Angeles, comedian and sound technician, Mike Tiemont.
Hey everybody, not a doctor.
Not
Huge
a-
disappointment to my mother. That's where I am in life though. So.
And to me.
Goodness gracious.
And I wish that everybody could see, my students listening at home could see Sam's really cool boots and
have a cell phone
Mike's
holder in 'em.
really nerdy hat. All right.
Nothing interesting about Joe Deuce. That's fine.
Well,
If you said you had dreads, I'd be racist. So.
yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
was
true.
sort of-
Okay, you're right.
We try to avoid racial material.
Yeah,
in this
no
class,
worries,
so
no worries.
We want all students to feel comfortable. All right. So let's go to our first topic. And our first topic today is health and safety.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start with a simple question and get your opinions or guesses, and then I have follow-up questions. And so the first question is also something that's circulated on the internet a little bit, so you may have seen it or looked into it yourself. But that question is this: are you more likely to get hit by lightning or attacked by a shark?
Oh, Jesus.
Leave religion out of it, sir.
Yes.
Mike, you look like you're ready to say something.
I think I read this.
What did you think you read?
I think I read it was lightning, and the sub thing to it was that lightning often strikes the same place twice.
Would anyone like to agree or disagree or offer an alternative answer before we go any further?
I would like to agree. I have a cousin who got struck by lightning twice growing up.
Did you really?
Yes, and his hair completely turned white. And I have 0 cousins who have been eaten by a shark.
Is your
or
cousin
attacked.
Powder?
He's not Powder. It's kind of his nickname.
I would like to give your cousin 5 points.
Good. Jack, if you heard it, you got
for
5
proving our
points.
point.
Is he alive to get those points?
Yeah, he's alive. He's kicking.
Yeah.
Is he a neurosurgeon?
And screaming.
No.
Well, the correct answer, Sam, is lightning strikes. Just using U.S. statistics, so these are not global statistics, how many shark attacks are there per year, do you think, in the United States? Any ideas? Any guesses?
Oh, shark attacks in August. I don't know.
This is for the whole 12-month period for the entire 50 states.
I think it's got to.
So it includes Hawaii, by the way.
Is there an over/under on this?
Well, we'll see what
I'm originally from Vegas. Gambling's how it works.
Yeah.
Well, there's a
I
lot
don't gamble with people's education, Mike.
No, that's what Congress does.
Well, there's a lot of really obnoxious rich people in Malibu, so I wish there were more shark attacks.
You know, the total
You want
number...
them to target the rich?
Yes, I do, actually. I wait tables, okay? I can say that.
And you probably want to target everybody.
Yes, I
You
do.
make tables. No one is
Yes, I
safe
do.
from the ravages of Sam-inspired shark attacks.
Correct. Can I give you points for that?
I'm always correct. I'm the teacher.
Oh.
Oh,
But I'll give you 5 brownie points.
thank cute.
There you go.
They pop brownie points.
I know.
Is there a dispensary in Kentucky?
Let's go. I just realized I gotta be somewhere.
Any idea how many shark attacks there are per year in the United States?
I would think at most it's in the low hundreds.
Low
It
hundreds.
can't be in the it can't be 100. You think so?
I think it's in the low. I think majority of shark attacks in the world occur in Australia and South Africa.
That's true.
Yeah,
So-
smart.
I don't know a lot of people who. I haven't seen a lot of stories about Hawaii being shark attacks. I have seen a lot of stories about how expensive their milk is. So I'm guessing they don't have a lot of shark attacks to repeat or
I do
report.
have the global statistic as well.
Okay.
But I was trying to be a little close to home to start with.
I'm gonna go 125.
We have the low hundreds, 125.
I'll
You wanted to go over under.
over under. I would say let's go with 63.
Okay.
Oh wow, you're going even lower.
Miss Malibu waitress,
I'm gonna go with 62.
you are the closest. The U.S. average is around 37 shark attacks per year.
Wow,
That's what I thought.
not even.
And that's attacks. Only 2 of those result in death.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So have sharks as friends.
I guess, yeah.
About, and this is just U.S., not globally, how many people are hit by lightning a year?
Oh gosh.
Have we already said the answer about which is more dangerous?
Yeah.
Does everybody here know
Lightning.
somebody who's been hit by lightning? I do.
I do.
I am not that cool.
I know someone whose
I was
house
wondering.
was hit by lightning, but not a person who was hit by lightning.
Okay.
I've seen like 2 reports on the news recently of people being hit by lightning. One of the guys has like a lightning-shaped scar down his torso now.
Is that the dude that got hit twice in
Yeah.
like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
saw
guy.
that.
So,
He got up and then gets hit again.
well, here's my question. Yeah, that's my question. Here's my question. That guy got hit twice.
Right.
My cousin got hit twice. Do those each count as one instance?
I am not the person
Good
collecting
point.
these statistics, but I think they do count as individual instances.
If that's the case, then
Because
this
it's
guy, I think
lightning
it's pretty high.
strikes.
He really has a lightning-shaped scar.
The guy who got hit twice,
Yeah,
yeah,
he does.
he's
That
in the
is
hospital.
so
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Well, I will say again, I'm reporting statistics that I learned in my research. For lightning strikes, it does say how many people are hit by lightning.
Oh, okay. How
Not
many people?
lightning strikes.
Yeah,
there
that lowers
are. So
it.
how many
Let's see.
people are hit by lightning?
Let's see, so 62 was the shark answer.
Oh, it's easily twice that, I would say.
No, it's got to be
Well, the shark answer was 37.
37. I'm
37.
sorry.
62 was the
62 was the
closest
winner,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah. Which is why you got
37.
62 points.
Well, so it doesn't take that much to beat that stat.
Do animals get struck by lightning?
Yes.
This is people. It says people in the question.
Well,
But
I
animals-
am
Some
from
people,
LA.
some people are animals.
Does this
Yeah,
include
exactly.
Thor statistics or no?
Oh yeah. Now see, we didn't even bring up like all the
Yes.
Like,
Percy
those ones
Jackson
can
movies.
ask.
Meteorological lightning strikes. 400 people are hit by lightning each year.
What?
In the
400?
United States.
Oh my gosh.
And about 35 to 40 of them die.
I was gonna say $1.50. 400.
Wow.
That's
Insane.
still
I
more
was gonna
people
say like
dying
100.
from lightning strikes than are even attacked by sharks.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
That is way insane.
Yeah,
Wow.
I will now not worry so much about swimming.
What percentage of them are golfers?
Yeah, that would be a good statistic.
That is a good statistic.
Move over Jaws, Twisters.
How
and
many of them are
down.
athletes with horrible coaches? Like, we will stay out here. This is football,
How many
Johnny.
of them are hockey players? I will say, just to give you some comparison, we don't have to dwell on it as much. I do have the global statistics as well.
Oh,
Every year, around 75 shark attacks are reported worldwide. So that does mean about half happen in the United States.
Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
I'm surprised.
And I think between California, the Gulf Coast, and Hawaii, that's
Yeah.
a lot of places for shark attacks to happen. But it's harder to get lightning strike global statistics because that's just a hard statistic to gather. So these are more like guesstimates than...
Well, most of them think it's an act of God.
Yes, so we have to separate that out to start with. There is one estimate that maybe 240,000 people globally are injured by lightning strikes.
Wow.
What?
And the death toll could be as high as 6,000.
Still less than Jupiter.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna guess. Still less than Jupiter.
I have a couple of more lightning trivia questions I just want to shout out.
Is this a lightning round?
You earn a gold star for this.
Yay!
We have our first gold star.
Extra credit, you guys.
You know, actually, that reminds me of the phrase, to err is human. And I think that my students, they are very human. I would like to...
I'm a little.
Okay, then.
I'm a little taken aback by that, huh?
My specialty is obscurely insulting people in a way that I'm
Apparently.
not quite sure what was just said.
Well, it's a 404 error is computed, though.
Yeah.
Let's remember.
That's kind of a nerd.
We
Nerd.
have
Nerd!
a nerd winner. The winner
That
of
is
today's
insane.
Nerd Prize.
I knew it would
Mike.
come. I want to thank all the
Team
Star
on.
Wars and Star Trek I watched as a kid. Thank you, John Luke Picard. You're way better than William Shatner.
What?
Yeah, shots fired.
Yeah,
Whoa.
sorry.
Whoa.
We cannot resolve that debate in the limited time we have left here. That's for someone else's podcast.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
But I will ask you a question about a famous person, probably more famous than either of the people you just mentioned. In 1958, there was a 12-year-old who was 6'3" and weighed around 240 pounds.
And that kid was LeBron James.
Exactly what I was thinking. I'm not gonna lie. 6'3",
Anyone
1948.
gets bonus 5 points for mentioning LeBron James. So there's an extra 5 points for you. But this person,
1948?
58.
58.
So they were 12. So they were
Oh,
born in
easy.
1946.
Yeah. Bloody diva.
Is it radiation from Hiroshima?
There's no, I can't say there's no radiation involved actually, but definitely not from Hiroshima.
Okay.
This person, though not considered the tallest person on record because he's much too short. Even as an adult, he was only said to be 6'11", and there are the tallest people
center.
in the 7 feet range. But he is sometimes described as the biggest, like most massive, like three-dimensionally speaking, the biggest person.
Andre the Giant, yeah.
Sam got there first.
Oh, I
A
think
plus for
by
Sam.
like a second.
Yeah.
He was 6'3" at 12 years old?
That's
Yes.
crazy.
I can't believe he was born in
And
1946. I thought
Joe,
he was
you
younger.
get minus 5 points for copying off Sam.
I'd like to thank the Princess Bride.
Of course, Andre the Giant is most well known as a professional wrestler. I already said he was born in 1946. Just do you know when he passed away? Anyone know?
Oh,
After
I do know this.
1946.
That is true,
That's technically right.
but it's not worth any points in this class.
1994?
1993.
Oh! Right in between.
Right in between.
I remember I was a kid.
Yeah, I
was
remember
pretty
it
upset.
happening.
He was in a couple of European movies when he was younger, but in what role did he make his American acting debut?
Oh, the Princess Bride would be.
That is probably his most famous
Yeah,
acting
is that
role,
not his
especially in
before that?
posterity,
Yeah.
but that is not his...
Is it the Sylvester Stallone movie? No, I can't remember the name of it. The trucker one?
No.
Over the Top?
Wasn't he in that? Yeah.
No, I don't think he was in there.
I have a list of all the movies he was in front of me, although there's only 3 that I want to focus on.
Okay.
I will give you a hint, though. His U.S. American acting debut was not in a movie, it was in a television program.
Sesame Street.
No, but I like the way you think.
I was a guess. That was just a guess.
Wait, what year was this? He was born in.
He's
Seems
born
like
in
an awful lot.
46. He died in 93. His U.S. acting debut was in 1976 on a then very popular television drama.
Drama? Wait, no, Dallas was the 80s.
Dallas was the 80s.
And
I know,
his-
I'm like going all.
And as I look at your...
Dynasty was the 80s too.
Mike, as
Charlie-
That's,
as I look at your beard, it reminds me, not only was Andre the Giant sort of a hairy man, not necessarily bearded,
He just
Wait.
called you Harry.
It's
but,
okay.
but the part he
I took
played
off my
was
shirt, you
very
don't know,
hairy. Beard, all over hairy.
Harry
Harry
Henderson's.
Henderson's!
No, but what a great long guess.
Hey, listen.
I was
Sam,
hoping that was-
you're letting us eliminate all the answers. I know your game.
Yeah. She sits quietly until the
I know
wrong
your
one.
game.
What are you talking about? I'm just
This
giving
is
you your
your
moment.
defensive player strategy. She's
Yeah.
just waiting for you to make
Not
mistakes.
Land of the Lost.
Yes.
Yes. What's that?
Not Land of the Lost?
No. His acting,
70s.
his U.S. acting debut,
Hot boat.
and I may be the oldest person here, so I remember watching this on television and loving it, was the $6 Million Man.
Oh.
On which
I never
he
saw
played,
Who is from Kentucky, by the way?
Hey,
and
points.
which,
Lee Majors.
Lee Majors.
From Kentucky.
Yeah, that's right.
as is Joe Deuce and Jerry Jaffe.
That's there we go. See?
Oh, well.
Do you know what part he played? There was a
A
special,
tall one.
He was a hairy person.
in a special 2-part episode,
Was
he
he-
played Bigfoot.
Big-
Did he
So we were
really?
at-
we were on the right. We were on the right.
Was like a good guess. He did appear in other television shows, but there's 2 movie roles One you guys have already mentioned, so 5 points for everybody.
I'm back at
His
0.
other movie role that I like, and I know it's sort of a bad guessing game,
Yeah.
he did not receive any on-screen credit,
Oh.
and he appeared in a complete costume. You would not know he played this part unless, like, you knew the trivia behind the movie.
Can you give us just the top star in that movie?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Not Conan. Conan the Barbarian?
There's 2 Conan movies.
Oh,
The
shit.
Destroyer.
Conan the Destroyer.
He's in
yeah.
Conan the Destroyer.
Uh-huh.
5 points for you, but who's going to get all the points? Can anyone who remembers
Beyond
that
the
movie
Thunderdome?
know what
The other
part he
movie?
played?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Conan the Destroyer.
What part did he play? in
A
Conan?
barbarian.
Boo! Minus 5 points.
I was kidding.
Minus 10 points for Kidding in Glass.
Not a plumber.
What part did he play in that? That's
Again,
Conan the
Was he the super? Oh, no. It's not.
he played the part of that, like, god monster at the end called Dagoth.
That was him?
Oh!
With, like, the horn.
Yeah,
Arnold
with the big
Schwarzenegger
horn out
pulls
front,
the
yeah.
horn out,
Yeah, yeah.
and he's, like, just has these big thin hands and knocks people over. Inside that monster suit
That was Andre?
is Andre the Giant.
Wow.
Oh, well, Andre just lost me 10 points. So.
I know. Complained to Andre. I'll tell you this.
Do you have a psychic?
You got to Andre quickly enough. I didn't ask this trivia question earlier. Does anyone know Andre the Giant's real name?
Oh,
Andre the Tiny.
Ironically, his birth certificate says.
Andre the human? I don't know.
No, it's not the anything.
You know-
it's like a
Well, he's
Mediterranean
He's
name.
from France, so it's a French name.
Yeah.
So it's not
Andre Montauban.
No.
Andre Rene Roussimoff.
Oh,
But I do want to ask one more Andre the Giant question, by the way. And this is just, he was, unusually large man.
Yeah.
We don't really know his adult dimensions because as a professional wrestler, wrestlers exaggerate.
Yeah,
So
What's
you
his,
can't-
I don't think
So-
any woman really knows a man's adult dimensions
Indeed.
what was his shoe size?
until it's
Do you know the
right
name of the
frame.
condition that caused him to be a giant? And to be honest, there's the condition that caused him to be a giant.
Goliathism.
No, but that's actually a good guess. Because it's just called giantism.
Really?
Oh,
It's,
Simple.
it's also known as gigantism.
That's what I was like.
That is
Octopus, like that
a
squid.
Yeah.
that is a problem with your basically your pituitary gland and your growth hormones that usually appears sort of in a young people, children. It causes them to grow abnormally large, and then as they get older, there's like a syndrome which is a complication of it,
Yeah.
which is probably what killed Andre the Giant. So do you know what killed Andre the Giant?
Wasn't his heart didn't grow?
Well, yes,
Couldn't
that's
pump
part,
through enough.
that's part of the problem. As people get
Yeah.
bigger three-dimensionally, the heart doesn't scale up.
Yeah, yeah.
So any big people,
What is it called when you have a small
7
heart?
foot
'Cause he had some
tall-
problems with his brain too,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yes, but the actual...
Cardio.
Scrooge syndrome.
I bet you've heard of this word.
Heart,
It's
Scrooge
sometimes,
syndrome.
That's
Grinch.
that's the Grinch. Yeah. That's,
I don't know.
I've seen a couple of horror movies use this
Capital
phrase,
certified.
especially for like serial killers that look weird, or there's another old-timey actor who had this condition and he played like some horror role. But anyway, the condition is called acromegalia.
acromegaly.
Acromegaly, I apologize.
Oh.
Students listening at home, acromegaly.
Acromegaly.
That one kid.
Megaly.
And that's sort of what he had as an adult.
Sounds like a British nanny
Thought it
now
was
when
an
you say that.
accent.
Yeah.
Acromegaly.
It doesn't sound that scary.
Yeah.
No, it's like Nanny McPhee. Acromegaly.
As I am working on subtotaling your score and see how people are doing, it has been pointed out to me that occasionally I'm kind of a strict teacher that goes the route of constructive criticism, and I should be more positive sometimes. So I have here a list of 101 random ways to praise a student, and I just want to tell you guys, you make me happy.
Oh.
Thank you.
We would like to take this opportunity to invite you to visit our website, www.goldstarclassroom.com. You'll find an archive of all past and current episodes, a list of all students from past seasons, a photo gallery, links to some of our sponsors, and the all-important donate button. As Benjamin Franklin once said, if you like a podcast, you should support it. And now, back to class.
This brings us to our last topic. So this is your last chance to improve your grades.
Oh boy.
And this is what you know about the institution of marriage.
Oh, absolutely nothing.
Don't give up so easily.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time.
Nor does anyone else in America.
Yeah,
So that's okay.
Have you seen our
Let me
divorce?
start with a common myth and see if you either know the myth or know the answer. These statistics are all for the United States, by the way. They're not global
Okay.
statistics. In the United States, what is the divorce rate?
52%.
I would say 37%.
What do you think?
53% just to be a
Well, for your answer, you get 53%, which is, of course, an F. But it is a kind of urban legend that the divorce rate is around 50%.
Yeah.
In the
Well, is it-
70s,
yeah.
the divorce rate was around the 50%.
Yeah,
Because-
because everybody met at Woodstock.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
because
How to
of,
get married.
like free love,
Yeah.
because of like free love and women's rights.
Yeah.
A lot of women realized I don't have to stay married to this guy.
Yeah.
And there was like this surge in divorce in the 70s and 80s.
There's also a surge in pimp movies.
I don't know what the correlation
It's a
is
correlation. There's something.
there. You know, that's worth a gold star.
Yeah,
Joe.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yay.
But as we get into like the new millennium, the divorce rate is much lower. It's much lower.
Is it really?
That's
Yeah.
sad.
They,
Oh, sorry. That's
This is what, here's one way that it's phrased. Since the 90s, 70% of marriages will last at least 15 years.
Wow.
not bad.
But are less people getting married now or more?
This adds to the different statistic. Less people are getting married.
Yeah.
Young adults, especially women, but men too, don't feel like they have to get married like they did in older generations.
Right.
And even people who get engaged are taking longer to get
Yeah,
married.
that's so stupid.
Yeah.
So I was actually
Yeah,
going
I'm
to
with
ask
you on
that
that.
question.
You're in.
Do you know what the average time from engagement to actual marriage is in the United States?
2 years.
2 years. Anyone else would have a different guess or answer?
I'd go with 4.
Years?
It's not a degree.
Is that metric?
I guess I just know a lot of people in LA. Fuck.
I don't
What do
know.
you think?
2 years sounds about right, but maybe, I don't know, maybe 1 year?
So many Mormons that got married within 6 months.
They're
That's
throwing
what's
off the
throwing me
average
off.
for
It's like,
everybody.
That's what I did.
Yes.
I'll say
Really?
6 months.
6 months. That's where.
You know, it's even more than 2 years.
Oh,
the
really?
average is 3 years.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
And
So 4 wasn't a bad guess.
from when people start,
Oh, they gotta
Well-
wait for their kids to be able to walk.
what is...
Is that from dating or
They gotta wait
engagement?
for their kids to be able to walk the rings down the aisle. So
Yeah, pregnancy.
3 years makes sense. You don't want a terrible 2 walking around with diamond rings.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Well, here's the full statistic to make it clear to you and to the students listening at home. Several studies have shown that most couples wait from dating to married 3 years.
Oh.
That's it.
What about engagement?
I do have a separate statistic for how long the average engagement lasts. And
Okay.
it's actually close to 14 months. So
Okay.
your 1 year answer is pretty good, actually. That's worth 6.5 points.
Thank you. Yay.
Hey, weddings are expensive.
Yeah,
What is
Yeah.
the average cost of a wedding?
25 grand.
That's a good guess. Anyone else want to challenge that?
30.
What's the number that makes people do it even though they probably shouldn't? Probably like 40,000.
Yeah, you gotta figure out the number that they'll still say
40
yes to.
grand?
Dude.
You know,
He's like,
You're a comedian. What are you
for,
doing?
I'm not getting married.
yes.
$40 and I'm out.
I know,
I'm like, yeah.
You said, Sam, you said 30,000. It's 31,000.
oh wow,
Oh,
okay.
It's 31,000. So you get 31,000 points.
Why am I doing well in the marriage
She is
department?
killing us.
This is really weird.
Some kind
Your
of
uterus
weird
is glowing
gender
or
something.
stuff.
I think it's because guys don't really think about that stuff.
I've never thought about it really ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Two more growing trends. Let's just shout out some statistics. In the current generation, what percentage of marriages are based on online dating? Like people meet the person they're going to marry via the internet.
Like their first interaction was the internet?
Well, it started with internet dating of some kind, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
One in
one of my
five.
brothers is in this category, I might add.
20%.
So I know
Oh,
somebody.
I was going to say like 25%.
So 1 in 5, 1
I
in
think
4.
I saw that on a Match.com commercial.
Yeah.
What do you think, sir?
I don't know. I'm thinking because you said younger people aren't getting married as often. And
Right.
those would be the people I think would have no social skills and want to use online dating as much.
Yes.
Have you ever met a computer engineer?
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I can see, you know.
All this is of the people getting married.
Yeah,
So young
I,
people who are staying single or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
only are indirectly affecting the statistic.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
maybe
much lower than you guys were saying.
15%.
Is it really?
It's about 5%.
Oh wow.
Really?
Of marriages start.
eHarmony is a liar.
Well, I
What
think
are
eHarmony
your
is trying to
marriages?
say
They're
that
also big in
theirs
itself.
does, which is what makes it better.
Yeah, maybe 25%
But there's
of
a
their
lot
marriages.
more
No, that's true.
internet ways to meet or date.
Yeah, like MySpace.
Oh my god.
There's not a lot of people, I
Group
guess,
cameras.
getting married on adult friend.
There
Finder.
has been an increase
Tinder.
in interracial marriages in the United
Yes,
States.
there has.
Hey.
Um,
Oh,
You're welcome.
he looks real proud. Of
oh, you can count me in that statistic too.
There you go.
Approximately, what percentage of marriages are interracial in the United States?
We're counting Europe as a race, right? Not like
I
separating
know
it
what
out.
you mean. Yeah,
All
just keep it in like the simplest.
Yeah.
Least
Fair enough. That's
White,
clever.
black, Latino,
Okay.
Asian.
Asian.
So government form
Yeah.
stands. Okay.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty high. I'm thinking like 40%ish.
40%ish.
30. A third.
Yeah, I was thinking between 30 and 40.
We're guessing these numbers while we're sitting in Kentucky. Is that what's seriously happening right now?
There's a lot of interracial couples in Kentucky.
Maybe you're the guys driving the average.
You know, when the product works, people want to buy it.
Based on comparing census data, so the last census was in 2010, 1 in 10 marriages.
Oh,
in the
well,
United
no.
States are interracial.
Mm-mm. That
10%?
number's skewed. That number is skewed. They're doing census data. You know how many Mexicans were not claimed?
Fair enough.
That's about 30 more % right there. In Kentucky.
Right?
I'm just going by.
Okay,
the
yeah, I
stats
got you.
I'm not
I
disputing
understand.
you.
Wow. If I have a good night
Another
tonight, you
increasing
realize.
trend, approximately, how many same-sex marriages are there in the United States?
Oh, well.
Number
Legal
or
or
percentage?
This is
illegal?
actually a raw number that I have, so it's not a percentage. It's like,
Like married couples?
yeah, same-sex married couples.
Married.
That is correct. Thank you
Wow.
for clarifying that.
Thousands.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say tens of thousands.
We're up into 6 digits by
Yeah.
now.
Oh, yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
I'd say
200,000.
250. Yeah.
I don't
Quarter of a
know the
million.
number, but
You 252s actually.
Yeah.
That's good.
There's
You get 252 same-sex points for that.
I don't get the zeros.
And you get this
You got
complimentary
enough.
share
You
CD.
have got enough zeros in your grade already, sir.
Okay. Well, that's
There's-
just rude.
Tickets to Clay.
there should be
Now,
more.
I would like to bust one more urban legend about
He's gonna
marriages.
bust it.
Yes, consider this urban legend busted in Gold Star Classroom today.
All right.
All right.
What percentage of married couples, report that they have not had sex in over a year?
70.
Yeah.
I'm going to give
Hold on.
Divorce.
Wait.
The
With
recently
each other?
divorced.
that's a fair question, but
Valid
I
point.
would say that was only implied by the statistic,
Oh.
not explicitly confirmed.
I don't know. If you're going to bust a myth, I would
Right,
guess it's going to
see.
be a low number.
There you go, sir.
Yeah.
I did give you a clue.
Are we saying the numbers of people who do say it?
This is a percentage of people who report.
Oh, you said less than once a year.
No, that haven't had sex in over a year.
Oh yeah. No, that's low. Oh, that's got to be like 10%. There's birthdays, Christmas, anniversaries, Valentine's Day. If you
Mother's
did good.
Day. Or I guess Father's
not
Day.
Mother's
Sorry.
Day. Not Father's. Yeah, Father's Day.
That's just for anal. Oh, sorry.
She meant that in the least blue way possible.
Yeah.
did.
The least
I
offensive.
hope there's nothing blue. All right. I think 10%.
Yeah, 10% is a guestimate. Anyone else want to
Go
challenge?
5.
Wow.
5% is the correct answer, sir.
Yeah. There you go.
Ding.
For you.
A plus.
However, the majority of married couples report, and this is like over 40%, that they have had sex at least once in the past week.
Oh.
Oh.
So that's sort of the
Way to go, you
the
guys.
surprising.
Now, the percentage of married people who say the joke they don't get laid once a year.
Yes.
What percentage is that? That's what I want to
That's
know.
pretty high.
100% of me.
Yeah. Oh, he's probably. You got to include same-sex marriages too now, so they're brand new.
Right?
All right. we've reached the part of the show where I'm going to calculate our final grades and find out which of these students have won the coveted classroom prize of the Golden Banana. But before I can finish calculating your grade, we do have one more question, which is the extra credit question.
Thank God.
And the extra credit question is, I'm going to give you a topic, and you tell me something interesting about that topic. You tell me a fact or trivia or joke or something compelling about the topic. All right, and in honor of being in the Bluegrass State, today's topic is Kentucky. Tell me something interesting about Kentucky. Facts, trivia, etc. Who would like to go first?
I will. I learned that it is a fact that if you call it Louisville, you piss people off.
Darn right you do.
How many times I mistyped that?
If you go all the way to Louisville, there'll be a fight.
Yeah.
Louisville.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Home of the Louisville Slugs, right?
Right, yeah, right.
That'll work
All right.
really well.
Red Robins,
You
right?
have got us
Red
off to a
Robins?
good start.
Okay.
Let's see if either of our gentlemen can best you.
I heard that this is the driest state in the union. Meaning alcohol.
There are several counties in
Yeah,
the state
it has the most-
Really?
that are still technically.
Most
I learned it from my brother, so it could be
Most of
wrong.
them named after founders of bourbon.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, bourbon counts as water here,
Yes.
doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's just,
I think so. Bourbon and
It was
moonshine.
a-
Might have gotten a little out of
It
control.
was a
at
different
some point.
generation, but in the 60s, my father was stationed in Fort Knox. And he
Oh,
would
yeah.
talk about how hard it was. He had to go to very specific
Oh, yeah.
places. And I don't think it's as strict as that, but it's still, there are dry places around the state of Kentucky. Joe Deuce, tell us something interesting about Kentucky.
Something interesting about Kentucky. Well, what is there not that's not interesting? You know what? Kentucky is the home of a lot of firsts, or greatest, excuse me.
Okay, tell
Like
us. Just one or two.
Muhammad Ali, best boxer of all time.
Yes.
You've
That's
got the Louisville Slugger, which is the best baseball bat made in the wooden
Yes.
realm.
That's
In the corporate way.
No, it is. It is. And
One more.
okay, well, the best birthday song was also written in Kentucky.
Which one?
The Happy Birthday song.
oh,
Written by
really?
sisters in
For
Kentucky.
the love of God, do not start singing it. We cannot afford
We are not
going to
sing that.
Can we do it to the
royalties.
tune of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star to get it?
Wait, Happy
No,
Birthday,
no,
is that
it's-
public domain?
No, it is not.
It's not?
It's
Okay.
not.
It
But
is
the Happy
owned by-
Birthday song was
3
written
years
by
ago,
two
I think, or
sisters
something like that.
that lived here in Kentucky.
I will remind my students listening at home that we actually covered the history of this song on an earlier podcast.
Oh, okay.
But so we don't have to.
Probably
we don't have
sang
to
the
go
Abe
now.
Lincoln, to be honest, because he also was from Kentucky.
Yes, well, let's not forget Abe Lincoln.
And Johnny
For
Depp
which
was
I
also-
would have had no Lincoln logs to play with when I was a child.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Warner Brothers
Clooney
still
show.
collects about $2 million in royalties every year off the birthday song.
Wow.
Wow.
That's why restaurants make up their own birthday songs.
Yeah, that
Oh,
makes
yeah.
sense.
I
Wait,
went
who
to
owns
the
it?
TGI Fridays.
Warner
does
Brothers.
now.
Oh.
Who
Warner's
bought it
Music.
from the Kentucky sisters.
Oh, yeah.
They got screwed.
All right. So, thank you for your extra credit contributions. After tallying it all up, I do think Joe's Kentucky trivia was, of course, outstanding.
Well,
Yeah.
But
I'm from
in the main classroom, Mike and Sam also got a lot of points.
they did.
So the ranking is like this: C for Joe,
Some bull.
B. I gave you some extra Obama points.
My GPA is gonna plummet.
A B for Mike, and the winner of
That's better
today's
than my
Golden
GPA. I'll
Banana,
take it.
Sam with an A. Thank you, Sam. Congratulations. It just remains for me, your host and headmaster, to thank you, my students, for coming to class today. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Prof, even though I feel like I was a little bit cheated on my grade. I know I didn't write it in Times New Roman, but I don't care.
Thank you, Mike.
I got a B and I use Comic Sans, man. I think we need to talk about
But
it.
you did win today's Nerd Prize.
That is true.
And thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
And thank you
And
all.
thank you for not winning, everybody.
All right.
Gold Star Classroom is written and produced by Jerry Jaffe. Our producer and engineer is Stephen Gutierrez. Original music composed and produced by Jeff Geddert. Mr. Geddert is also our assistant producer. All commentary and opinions expressed by guests of Gold Star Classroom are meant for entertainment purposes only. For Gold Star Classroom, I'm Jerry Jaffe.